That's Canclorla. Yet many of our most vulnerable children and young people have been failed, not just by the CHI, but also by government. Right across my constituency in Fingal East, I have families contacting me in desperation, pleading for decent healthcare services for their children. A young mother in Swords, she's turned her life around, gone back to education. She's a 3-year-old child with severe needs. She's been waiting far too long for the medical interventions that are needed to assist them. She can't afford to go for private services, and yet early support is key. In Malahide, a young woman, she's been in care all her life. When she reached 18, she had to leave foster care. She received no supports, no housing plan. She's now homeless with mental health difficulties, and she just feels totally abandoned. You know, another mother, totally distraught, her young daughter, 14, has anorexia. She's one of 4 children. The mother is frantic with worry, but there's no supports available to her, and the problems are made worse by the fact that they're in appalling housing conditions. Their private rental property has a hole in the roof, damp and mould in the house. Another parents from Concealy, their 13-year-old daughter is crying out for help. She's suicidal tendencies and can't go to school. Despite their best efforts, they've yet to receive any supports for their daughter. And these are just a few examples from my own constituency. The healthcare needs of our children and young people are simply not being met. A major step forward would be to deliver the long-awaited public primary care service centre for Swords, a town with a population of almost 41,000. You know, I've welcomed the recent HSE capital plan for 2025, but I'm bitterly disappointed that the plan fails to deliver the long-awaited primary care centre for Swords, which would take the pressure both off Beaumont Hospital, but also serve the wider area. You know, population growth in Fingal has been one of the highest in state. The rapid population growth has resulted in a significant high youth population. And the glaring omission from the plan is the badly needed primary care centre. The public needs and deserves this. In 2022, I had it included in the Fingal Development Plan, lengthy process with the HSE, and they stated that a facility in Swords would be built and operational by 2025. 13 years after it was originally deemed a priority by the HSE, the public are still no closer to walking through the doors. So this is hugely worrying. It's another example of how publicly funded infrastructure never appears to be completed on time or on budget. You know, I've seen correspondence from the HSE in recent weeks highlighting plans to develop a primary care centre in Donabate through Operation Lease model. You know, Donabate, like Swords, is in desperate need for investment in infrastructure. There's genuine concern that this project will become just another broken promise. So, Minister, on behalf of our young people, I would appeal to you to ensure that the public primary care centre in Swords is operational as a matter of priority, which will take a lot of the stress off other health services.
Thank you, Deputy Ward.